Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
Four person. If you would stand and read your verdict, please.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of conspiracy to commit first degree murder as charged in count 1 of the indictment. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first degree murder as charged in count 2 of the indictment. And we, the jury, find the defendant guilty of convicted felon in possession of a firearm as charged in count 3 of the indictment.
Thank you.
What up, world? It's the neighborhood J Lope, and I just want to start this episode off by saying, "Hey, Dolph!" Now, I think I'm gonna change my channel name to Stay Out the Streets TV, because I know if y'all been paying attention to this Dolph case, which is just, you feel me, wrapped up, I feel like this is just a cautionary tale to the streets, you know, to the youth them coming up. It's just like Jay-Z said, man, the streets is over. It's a myth. It's done. It's done up, because I'm pretty sure y'all been paying attention, but if y'all haven't, you feel me, the trial of young Dolph just came to a head, and, you know, the verdict's been reached. Guilty. Now, y'all youngins coming up, I know it's rough out there. I know it's hard, but try to find something else to do. Try to find something else to get into, because this ain't it. Y'all been paying attention. Y'all know Cornelius Smith, the main shooter, he turned state's witness. You feel me? He ended up turning on the other shooter, Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop. And that's basically, you know, he told it all. He left no stone unturned. That's basically what concluded this case. Now, I want to do a little backstory. This story starts off when Yo Gotti emerged as one of the number one artists, or as the number one artist coming out of Memphis. You know, back in the day, maybe around 2012, 2013, 2011. And an up-and-coming young Dolph was trying to break his way into the industry. Now, Gotti tried to sign Dolph, and for his own reasons, Dolph didn't want to sign to Gotti.
To respond to that, 2012, that's when Yo Gotti was trying to sign Dolph. If it's something about you I just don't respect, Roger, I can't sit and fake and act like it's all good.
Now, Dolph basically said he didn't like the way Gotti was talking about some of his own, or some of his artists that was signed to him.
First time, he had this artist named Zilla. Now, I mean, this was with him from the get-go when he started his whole, this brand that he got now. And tell me, he sent everybody out the studio, like, let me holler at Dolph. Like, man, you got your own everything, bro. You popping. You like, bro, you got the money, you got your team, you got this, you got that. You like, bro, I'm telling you, we can do this, we can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't like Zilla. I ain't gotta hold your hand like Zilla. You ain't like Starlito. I ain't gotta hold your hand like Starlito. I ain't gotta babysit you like them. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but it's my first time meeting you. You gonna really sit and downplay your artist and throw your artist up on the bus to try to persuade me in to come over there?
You know, behind their back or something like that. And so he didn't want to be a part of it. And you feel me? There's probably other things that happen behind the scenes in the streets. But, you know, if y'all, anybody from Memphis tapped in, y'all can let me know. But basically, this is what started a lifelong feud. Now, around 2015, 2016, this is when this beef would, you know, be taken to another level, because another up-and-coming artist by the name of Black Youngster, who was signed to Gotti at the time, he clouded up through the whole Shy Glizzy situation. Now, if y'all remember, Shy Glizzy, he went to Memphis to do a show. Apparently, some hitters out there wanted to do a show with him, or wanted to do a song with him. And, you know, I guess Glizzy ain't like the way they asked him or whatever. And long story short, you feel me? They got Glizzy for his chain. You feel me? Broke boys had a scrimmage.
For them motherfuckers, nigga, filthy.
You should've did a song, nigga. You should've did a song, nigga.
We asked you not to do a song. You said get the fuck out your face.
Had to move to Memphis for a whole week. Choppers in the sprinter, we ain't making no trees. Boy, how you wanna feature? Ain't got no cheese. I wasn't about to let your fat ass come debout me. I'm just running through South Memphis with my OG.
Now, before this, I didn't know who Black Youngster was. I mean, I remember even Glizzy said it on the Academics interview. he said he ain't, like, you feel me, he asked, like, did y'all hear about Black Youngster before this? And truth is, nah, I ain't know who Black Youngster was before this incident, but Black Youngster ended up taking it upon himself to go get the chain back. You know, I don't think Glizzy asked for the chain back or asked him to do it, but he took it upon himself to do that. And this almost overnight, Black Youngster became a celebrity, be a C-list celebrity overnight, because when they seen him go into the trenches and he seen the dudes from the trenches had the respect for him and love for him, you know, apparently Black Youngster paid about $10K to get the chain back, but Glizzy never got the chain back. But this propelled Black Youngster to stardom. And Black Youngster, you know, now he's being known as a real street dude. You know, he had to keep up his reputation, keep up his name, you know. I mean, he already had a name in the streets, but he definitely had to, you know, keep it up. So he took it upon himself to be, you know, Gotti's top shooter, you feel me, or top goon, or, you feel me, kind of like, I guess, how top 5 would be for Drake, or the way they make it seem like he is for Drake. You know, he the one front line in it, standing on business for like kind of how Blood Money was for Sosa back in the day, you know, front line in it. So now Youngster, you know, there was some words between Dolph and Gotti, you know, a lot more on Dolph's side. Back then he was like, he was taunting them and, you know, talking his talk, you know, going crazy. But what happened was, so Youngster coming up, being known as Gotti's top goon, now he took it upon himself to go at Dolph every chance he got. He was on. It's kind of like how Dolph was on Gotti head top with the antics. Black Youngster took it to another level and got on Dolph head top with the antics. But he wasn't just talking antics and banging on wax. He was really trying to put in work in the streets.
Earlier this year, 100 bullets were fired into young Dolph's SUV, and 3 months later, police have pinned Memphis rapper Black Youngster for his alleged involvement. Authorities have revealed that the van used to shoot up Dolph's bulletproof SUV in February was rented by Youngster, whose associates later turned themselves over to the Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office, where they were then charged with 6 counts each of discharging a weapon into occupied property and felony conspiracy. Upon entering the sheriff's office, Youngster proclaimed his innocence, making this brief statement.
I ain't fired nothing. I don't know nothing. I ain't seen nothing. I was just come out of raid. Somebody snitching.
Youngster's attorney stands by his client's innocence by stating the van rented by the rapper was stolen prior to when the shooting took place. Youngster and Dolph have both engaged this ongoing feud in which public threats were made on social media and through lyrics.
Now, you know, this would lead to Dolph being infamously shot at, you know, over 100 times, allegedly, by Black Youngster and his crew in Charlotte in North Carolina, which led to Dolph taunting them because he, you know, apparently had a bulletproof truck, and taunting them, making the songs called 100 Shots, making an album called Bulletproof. And this would lead to Dolph being shot this time in LA. Now, fast forward, 2021, Dolph gets killed in Memphis. And all the signs pointed to CMG. And now what we're finding out in court from Cornelius Smith testifying, the main shooter, mind you, we're finding out that, like, according to him, the brother of Yo Gotti, Big Jook, the second in command of CMG, allegedly put up $100K to have Dolph or anybody from Paper Route Empire whacked.
So how did you get to be with Justin Johnson this day on November 17th, 2021?
We knew that, you know, they had a hit on Dolph and them head or whatever, so...
Who had a hit on whose head?
Big Jook had a hit on Dolph's head or whatnot, so...
How do you know that Big Jook had a hit on Dolph's head?
Cause Quick had told me about it, Quick, and, you know what I'm saying, being just...
How much money was it supposed to be?
$100,000 on Dolph's head.
And had you agreed to do this hit?
Yes, sir.
Had Justin agreed to do this hit?
Yes, sir.
We all going to do it together?
Yeah, they been on it, but yeah.
Was there any arrangements as far as splitting the money or anything?
Yeah, me and him supposed to be giving Quick $10,000 apiece.
All right, so you and him were going to give Govan $10,000 apiece?
Yeah.
And how much were you going to get?
I was getting 40, he was getting 40.
Okay. Had you spoken with Justin about this?
Yeah, we had been talked about it.
Okay. This was not something that just happened this day, but something that was in the process for weeks?
Yeah,
Now, this would lead to a man named Hernandez Govan, who was an associate of Big Jook's, making a couple moves in the streets to try to get that 100K. Now, Govan would allegedly employ the two hitters for the job, Cornelius Smith, somebody that Govan knew on the street from serving pills to, and a young man by the name of Justin Johnson, a known shooter and rapper in the hood who was trying to be an artist of CMG and was willing to do whatever to get on, including taking hits. Now, Cornelius Smith, apparently he had lost a son, a 9-year-old son, and he became heavily addicted to opioids to deal with his pain. Straight Drop was trying to make his name in the music industry. So the plan was for Govan to get 20K and him to pay the two shooters 40K each. And that would lead up to that fateful day when Dolph lost his life. Now, the saddest part about this story, or one of the saddest parts about this story, is they never got that 40K. You feel me? And that is really the reason why Cornelius Smith told. He claims he only got $800 out the whole thing. Now, ain't that crazy? They killed Dolph and only received $800 out of all of that. Now, if that ain't going out sad, I don't know what is. And to make matters worse, guess what? Cornelius killed him on his own daughter's birthday, saying something along the lines of, "Oh, I wanted to make it rain for her birthday." So he was willing to kill just to make his daughter happy. He was willing to take from another family just to make his family happy. It's crazy because, Dolph wasn't his op. It wasn't somebody he had beef with in the streets who he was already trying to get at. He said he ain't have nothing towards the man. He just took the hit for the money. And he never even received $1,000, let alone $40,000. That's crazy. Now, he danced with the devil. And he got burned bad. And the craziest part about this story is that Cornelius Smith is the one that told. He's the one that did most of the shooting. Now, I can't show the video up here, you feel me? But if you watch the video, you'll see the first dude hop out with the Draco. That's Cornelius. They say Dolph got hit up to 22 times. If you see Cornelius the one letting off, he looked like he probably shot over 30 shots. And Straight Drop, he just came in the back. He came late and just let off a couple shots. He probably shot about 4 or 5 times. He probably only hit, it's clear that Cornelius's bullets was what killed Dolph. You understand? Straight Drop just came at the end. So it's crazy how he ended up telling on Straight Drop. And this is why I say, man, this is just a cautionary tale, man. For you youngins, you'll go on the hit with an older dude. It's like the King Von situation. He went on the hit with an older dude, and the older dude, who King Von probably had a lot of respect for and reverence for, he ended up telling on him. It's crazy out here in these streets, man. It ain't what you think it's gonna be. Now, of course, a lot of other things happen. You feel me? They allegedly hit the car by Govan's house, and Straight Drop brother, he testified because he was an accessory to murder after the case, so he ended up testifying in the same trial. And this whole situation is just a clutterfuck. It's a mess, man, and it's just crazy. I mean, Big Jook got murked himself. This all started because of him, because allegedly he put up the bread and he got murked. And what's crazy is Big Jook allegedly never paid him that 100K because he said it's too hot in the streets. But he paid 50K for Cornelius Smith's lawyer. I mean, he paid 50K, I guess, so he wouldn't tell. I guess to stop him from telling. But bro, you can't pay a dude. If you don't feed your wolves, they're gonna put you on the menu, man. Like Meek said, you can't pay a dude to do a hit. Don't pay him the money for the hit, and then try to pay his lawyer. I mean, I guess what he was gonna try to pay him afterwards or later. Maybe pay his lawyer, try to get him off, and then pay him afterward. I mean, it was over. He wasn't gonna get off. So, man, listen, man, this ain't The Godfather. This ain't a mob movie, bro. Listen, very rare. This ain't Narcos. You feel me? Very rarely when somebody put money on somebody's head on the streets, very rarely are you gonna get that money, man. So all you youngins listening out there, taking up hits, very rarely does that ever actually work. Like, very rarely do you just get the money for the hit and you just get to live your life. Like, that almost never happens, bro. More times than not, you're going to get caught for the murder. You're going to get caught for the hit. Somebody's going to do something sloppy and mess up. Telling y'all. You're not going to get paid. If you do the hit and get away clean, you're not going to get paid because the person who put the hit out, they don't want a conspiracy to lead back to them, or RICO to lead back to them. I mean, look at the Diddy, Tupac, and Baby Lane and Keefe D situation. I can name multiple situations. Look at the Cato situation from out of Chicago. The dude that hit him, who took up the hit on him. It's like you crashing out. You taking hits. Look at 6ix9ine in the Kuda B situation. The dude that's give you the bag to do the hit that's the one that ends up telling on you. Cornelius Smith, the main shooter, ends up telling on the person who barely shot. So this is just a cautionary tale for all y'all, man. And look, Big Jook, the one who started this, allegedly, got taken out too. I'm sure when he put that bag up, he didn't think he was going to lose his life too. So, man, just let this be a cautionary tale, man. The streets, man, is wicked. Sometimes it could get way wicked, man. But yeah, that's enough for today, man. I just wanted to do a little piece on the whole Dolph situation, man, because this whole case has just been a clusterfuck of fuckery, man. Yeah, but y'all tap in with me, man. Y'all like, subscribe, feel me, comment what y'all think, how y'all feel. Do y'all think they should have got life? I mean, Straight Drop already got found guilty on all counts. So Cornelius Smith and Hernandez Govan, they're going to be sentenced next. I mean, they told Cornelius they couldn't promise him any leniency if he told, and he still told and told it all. You feel me? I guess he felt some type of way about not getting that $40K, but man, imagine, he lost his son, so he went and crashed out on his daughter's birthday, man. And then he ended up telling on everybody, man. Man, kids, stay out the streets, man. It's the Prince of Diamonds, your local peso, man. And yeah, man, this stay out the streets TV, man. I'm holla at y'all. I'm out.
Without going back and forth, right? And I know you guys say there's no problem. Everybody says no problem. When's the last time y'all spoke? When could y'all get on the phone and have a conversation? Because having a conversation doesn't mean either side is weak. It just means that you guys want to continue to the bread.
I'm sure you heard some of these songs
peacefully,
but I'm sure you've heard some of these songs. Clearly, there's something. You know what I mean?
Because you know bullets have no name.
Like you said, it is.
And I don't want to see anything happen to nobody.
Exactly.
Good evening, Daniel. Well, at least 5 police sources have confirmed with Fox 13 that the person killed is Anthony Mims, also known as Big Jook. Now, Big Jook is the brother of rapper Yo Gotti. Now, we were at that scene earlier tonight. Police say 2 men were shot outside Perion's restaurant and event center around 4:15. Now, that's on Winchester near Kirby. According to the Memphis Police Department, the victim was inside a vehicle at the time and was brought here to St. Francis Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. Now, I'm also learning there was a second person who was shot and was also taken to the hospital. It has not been confirmed who the second person is, but we do know it is a man, and he was airlifted to Regional 1 in critical condition.
I went to sleep in the midst of texting you to knowing today is my big day.
My baby birthday. My daughter's birthday.
November 17th?
Yeah, my daughter.
You went and killed a man on your daughter's birthday?
Hey, I'm trying to make it right for her. I ain't had no money. I'm trying to get some money that day. So I'm trying to make sure my baby girl, man, have a beautiful birthday. So it was whatever. And I'm trying to get high on pills. It was whatever.
Juror number 33, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 25, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 44, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 23, is that your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Juror number 28, is that your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you again for your time and attention to this matter this week. Our system of self-government would not work without your service and sacrifice that you've made. Thanks again for your time and attention. You are excused.